What's good, YouTube? It's Zach, and today we got NFL Week 4 Power Rankings. Hope everyone's having an amazing day so far. Before we even get started into the honorable mentions, let me know in the comment section below if you love the quality of the new mic, as I'm using a new mic as of the start of this video. But without further ado, let's get things started with first honorable mention I have on the list. I have my Minnesota Vikings, and yes, our opponents that we've beaten have not been the greatest. We have beaten the Chicago Bears, who at least looked a little bit solid last week, and they defeated the Cincinnati Bengals in dominant fashion. But I seriously do believe with veteran quarterback Carson Wentz, the Vikings are going to be a much better football team for this season. JJ McCarthy just needs to learn a little bit more, maybe behind a better offensive line in the future, because the Vikings O-line is absolutely atrocious right now. But yep, Vikings are the first honorable mention team. My second honorable mention team we got is the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, the Ravens falling out of the top 10 temporarily just because they are 1-2, but their two losses are coming to two very good football teams in the Buffalo Bills and then last night against the Detroit Lions. I have no doubt whatsoever they're going to be back into the top 10 in short order, but they're 1-2, so they fall to honorable mention for now. Final honorable mention team I have is the Jacksonville Jaguars, who were able to take care of business against the division rival Houston Texans yesterday. And yeah, the Jaguars are just on a different level right now. They're looking at least okay on offense, but it's their defense being able to swarm CJ Stroud. Yes, the Texans don't have a good offensive line, but this is just more of them being able to handle business against the Texans, who have been dominating the AFC South in recent memory. But those are my honorable mentions, so let's get into the top 10. Starting things off at number 10, making their first appearance in my power rankings, we have the undefeated San Francisco 49ers, who are led by backup quarterback Mac Jones. The Niners are only at number 10 because, their quality of opponents have not been the best, but this is mainly because of all of their injuries. George Kittle, Brock Purdy, there's no more Deebo Samuel. Brandon Ayuk is hurt. There's no, half of their defense is gone other than Fred Warner. Nick Bosa just tore his ACL. And I honestly didn't even think about putting the Niners in the top 10, but they're undefeated through 3 weeks so far, so they have to get the number 10 spot. Number 9 spot, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are just continuing to find ways to win football games. At all 3 points so far this season, they have trailed in the 2-minute warning of all three of their games, and they came down and won every single one of them. And the Buccaneers are going to be a scary football team, and once they get more healthy, once Tristan Wirfs gets back on that offensive line, the Buccaneers are going to be absolutely lethal, and they're going to be probably the most dangerous team to play in the NFC playoffs, mainly because it's just a one-game elimination. The Buccaneers can put up 40 on you at any given moment. Buccaneers are at number 9. And at the number 8 spot, we have Marcus Mariota and the Washington Commanders, and again, they're only at the number 8 spot just because there's question marks at quarterback. Jaden Daniels is still a little bit banged up right now, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Commanders so far. And I think their only loss on the season is to the Green Bay Packers, who we will get to in a few minutes. But yeah, the Commanders coming in at the number 8 spot and have a lot of room to improve. At number 7, I do have the Detroit Lions, who were able to take care of business last night against the Baltimore Ravens, who I believe I had at number 3 at the end of week 3 power rankings. But the Lions are clicking on all cylinders. We thought there'd be more of a learning curve without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, but Dan Campbell was able to get these guys right away in week 2, and they've won 2 straight now against quality opponents. And the Lions are trying to make their way back into that top 5. And at the number 6 spot, taking quite a bit of a tumble from number 2 last week, I do have the Green Bay Packers. And yes, it is absolutely hysterical that they lost to the Cleveland Browns, who didn't even score a single point until the fourth quarter, the final score of 13-10. I'm not worried about the Packers whatsoever. They're still arguably the second best team in the NFC. But the thing is, with power rankings in the early part of the season, a loss like the Cleveland will most likely knock you out of the top 10. But the Packers are still a very good football team, and they defeated 2 playoff teams so far, or from last season. Packers out of the top 5 for now. Are in the top 5. At the number 5 spot, I do have the Los Angeles Rams. Matt Stafford's back, is able to hold up so far. Puka Nacua is just on a different level, maybe trying to go get a triple crown, doing his best Cooper Kupp impression from the 2021 season. This defense is sacking everybody. I believe they're tied with someone with 12 sacks as a team. That's a team lead in the NFL. Davante Adams has just looked like a hand in a glove right now, and he's Matthew Stafford's favorite target in the red zone. Rams are at number 5. And at the number 4 spot, they just keep finding ways to win. We do have the Indianapolis Colts led by Indiana Jones, who you can say right now might be the MVP frontrunner. And the Colts, I mean, Jonathan Taylor looking like the best running back in the NFL. Isn't it funny that the New Jersey Giants had Daniel Jones with a subpar offensive line, but Saquon Barkley was there balling? It's like if Daniel Jones has a good O-line and a good running back, you're able to succeed in the NFL. It's like that with pretty much every bad quarterback in the NFL. If you look at Sam Darnold from last year and Geno Smith the year before that. But we're getting off topic. The Colts look like they have the AFC South under control. I mean, the Jaguars are hanging around right now. The Texans and Titans are in absolute shambles. Indiana Jones at the number 4 spot. Coming in at number 3, we do have the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 3-0 to start the season. Not only are they 3-0 to start the season, they have won all 3 of their division games. They were able to knock off the Broncos, Raiders, and Chiefs from weeks 3 to 1, not from 1 to 3. Not sure why I did that in the opposite order, but Justin Herbert is looking like a gunslinger, and it does suck that Najee Harris did tear his ACL, but Amarian Hampton is looking like to increase his productivity, and if as long as the O-line can hold on and gives Herbert time to throw, and they're at least able to be an average run team, the Chargers are going to be a very dangerous team when it comes January. Number 2 spot, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are able to squeak out a win over the Los Angeles Rams on a blocked field goal that ended up getting returned by Jordan Davis for a big man touchdown. But the Eagles showed that, hey, Jalen Hurts can still throw the football, and A.J. Brown is still as dominant as ever, but it just shows that they're just gonna win how they do best, which is just hand the ball off to Saquon, kill as much clock as possible. It's a very boring style, but if you're able to save the wide receivers' legs and everything like that for the playoffs, then that's maybe when the Eagles will start being a more pass first team, and then that's when Saquon Barkley's run lanes will open back up. But Eagles coming in at the number 2 spot for back-to-back weeks. It might be all 3 weeks in a row. I can't remember for my week 1 power rankings. We have the Buffalo Bills. Looking at their schedule, it looks like they're getting through the easy part of their schedule to start, obviously, after winning that shootout week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. They played the Jets and the Dolphins, 2 division wins, and now they got the Saints coming up in week 4. And as long as the Bills win by 20 plus against the Saints, they will remain at the number 1 spot more likely than not. Then they got the Patriots, the Falcons, and then the Panthers. Then their schedule starts to get more difficult, getting teams like the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Texans, who I thought were supposed to be a good football team. But Josh Allen, maybe the MVP front runner. I mean, take your pick between him, Justin Herbert, and Indiana Jones. Those are my 3 candidates right now, but the Bills still at the number 1 spot. That's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comment section below. Am I too high on certain teams or am I too low on others? And yeah, make sure to stay tuned for NFL Week 4 predictions with my guy Cringy tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But other than that, it's been Zach. I will see you all in my next video. Peace.